Other questions? Wayne?
I'd like to hear what Ray and Mikhail have to say about that same question, because it seems to me that a lot of their customers are non-Headfi as well.
Okay. Mikhail?
The vast majority, most customers will come from Headfi. That's your question. Most customers will come from that. You get the occasional. That's right. And when we advertise in Stereopop for 6 months, we got a lot of people from Stereopop. But it's still going to be vast majority. That's where the concentration of the elite headphone listeners are. It's still it's going to be concentrated.
Our experience with ads in Stereophile is that a single ad has very little traction. It gets repeated. I don't sell advertising, so I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that if somebody was going to come to me and say, I'm going to buy a single double-page spread and blow my year's advertising, I'd say, 12 quarter pages would make a lot more sense.
You should never run an advertisement. You should wage a campaign. Yeah. There's no such thing as a single advertisement. There's a single PR event or a single, press event, or when you get editorial or something like that. But an advertisement, you got to be in it over a long haul.
And the salespeople at Stereophile would kill me if they ever heard that I said this, but the worst thing you can do is to put your ad in the same issue that you've been reviewed in.
Yeah.
Because then it just looks like you bought it. You
can't,
but it
unless you're there every month.
doesn't look innocent.
Yeah, unless you're there every month.
Yeah. Ray?
I would say myself, because I do a lot of phone stages and preamplification for high-end people in the review and Stereophile, Absolute Sound, Enjoying Music, and every website available. I would say 50-50. Anything that has to do with headphone amplifiers, really, we give the credit to the Headfi site, because I have people always, we were looking for headphone amplifier, and we found your name, on Headfi and this and that. So that brings all the people really in headphone amplifier as being coming from a Headfi search or headphone amplifier. But if I have somebody looking for XR, maybe they don't even know if Headfi exists, because that's the different field that also because it was reviewed in Stereophile. I can say that after you reviewed the Hornet, I had completely different breed of people that never even knew that Headfi existed at all. They didn't even know there's a name Headfi. They even didn't know there was a name Headfi community that people listen to headphone. They just saw Wes Phillips and review on the Hornet. So they're calling me, they say, would like to buy this amp. And I say, okay, where do you hear about it? Stereophile. And then when they ask me where they can get this, I said, pretty good. Did you hear about Headfi? No, we haven't heard about it. So there are people out there really that, customers that they don't know anything about Headfi, but I would say those people, are only minorities just because it is published by reviewers from Wes Phillips and other respected reviewers from other magazines and so on. But as a headphone amplifiers, all the credit goes to Headfi. And to the support of the community, which I appreciate that very much too.
Isn't it a strange phenomenon that the internet age allowed a bunch of people who enjoy the solitary pleasure of listening to something over their ears to communicate with one another? I find this remarkable and heartening, because there are an awful lot of audiophiles that are sitting in their listening rooms by themselves and not communicating with the outside world. That's why audio isn't growing and headphones are. Yes, sir.
There's something that's essentially a solitary activity. There's a big community here. And what's the one thing you've learned, or what the one thing you take away from this meeting, this physical gathering, that's say different from the web interaction? What have you got out of this meeting?
Most of the time, the meets are put a face to, who you're talking to, communicating. That's a hard one to do. And you end up, meeting everybody in the community, and everybody becomes your friend.
But isn't it odd when you meet people and they don't look at all like your avatar?
Oh, it's so. What I think is, what I think is funny is people come up to you and people come up to you and they'll see their handle. You know, I'm Percy by the way, and you'll go, oh yeah, I'm not sure who it is, and then you'll see the name and you've been pronouncing it differently.
Yeah.
So you know, one guy was Andy Bicker and the other was I am a mountain biker. You know.
Wait, that's great. Is that what it is? I thought it was I'm T Biker.
No, I am a mountain biker, right? The guy in Florida is Mario, and it's Mr. Arrow or something like that. I call Mario.
And you've met Jeff Long. You know his head doesn't go like that.
No. Well, I have this on occasion where it's close, but
Yeah, but that was after several Polish beers.
and a tripe soup. See?
Anyone else? I saw a few hands a minute ago. There you go. Hey.
I have a related question.
A religion question? Sorry, that's not allowed.
We have 50,000 members. Maybe that's a question for Jude. How many new members join every month? How many people visit the web page every month? How many people visit the page every day?
Right now, we're doing about 210 to 260,000 unique visitors per month. That's using Google Analytics. They're absolute unique visitors. Right.
And that's for pages that put an awful lot of black on white.
I'm sorry.
Well, in the print world, we say that those are for pages that put a lot of black on white, meaning that there's more writing than there are pictures.
Yeah, we do about 3,000. Well, I don't do it. You guys do. But 3,000 posts a day right now is about what we're doing. As far as new member registrations, I mean, it'll vary from. Seriously, I've seen days like where we get 13, others will let like 60. So that just varies.
So what's the Alexa rating on?
Actually,
hang on. Wait. Where does Headfest stand in the ratings of traffic on an audio website?
we're number one in every audio category.
Number
But
one.
wait a second. But using Alexa for us actually isn't even fair because most Alexa doesn't really support Firefox. And here's another stat from Google Analytics. Most websites will average about nowadays 10 to 13. These are my clients, my company, what I do for work. I don't do this for a living, guys. But in my work, like we'll find that most of our clients, they'll have about 10 to 15% of their users are on Firefox right now. It's going up. It used to be like 8. For a Headfest, it's like 46%. So that means that we don't get Alexa credit because Alexa it works. It's like it's kind of like you have to have the toolbar thing and all that, and you can't get Alexa on Firefox. You know, there's a tool but most people don't use it. So long story short, we are actually penalized relative to other sites with respect to Alexa. So our Alexa ranking is going down. Our unique users are going up. But we're still number one in every audio category.
Number one in every audio category.
Like Mark Twain said, there's lies, there's analyze, and there's statistics.
Yeah.